Guys, so I make these ℜ𝔬𝔪𝔞 all the time. You always see me doing it. I got 3 different designs here. This one has sort of a horizontal razor blade. This is probably the best design for an urban. And then you also got the lighter there. But this guy here is actually too dangerous to use. So my problem is that if I get my middle finger in there, if I'm to bring my hands down at all or cup this in my hand, it poses more of a risk to me as the user than it would to the bad guy that I'm going after. I actually take more of a risk of using it defensively and then stabbing myself and getting like anything that he's got in his blood in mine. So if he's got like any diseases, AIDS, hepatitis, you know, I run that risk. So what we're going to do today is I'm going to take these teeth out of here and we're going to do a little defensive flashlight. And I think I have more than enough blades for this. Okay, so I got all these guys removed. This guy, I guess I can save this for another project. That was hell to get them teeth out, but that's okay. So I'll be able to do something else with this, put something else on it, and it'll still be a stealth weapon. The rings are a little bulky though. It's still a little weird for my hand, but it still works. So, yeah. Now we're gonna attach this guy. I got 4 of these, so I'm gonna have to find 4 sweet spots and go for it. Okay, so to get this guy working, I had to try the battery hack, which super sucked. I put in 2 batteries, and then it's got like the triple wheel, you know, because it's AAA. And I put in the aluminum foil, and I basically made a fire starter, and it almost blew up. But I got another coil in there, and it lights up now, so that's great. I'm just going to do hot glue on 4 areas, and it should be good to go. So we got all 4 of these guys glued down. You got your flashlight, but then you also got your defensive tool too, so you can stab with it and do whatever you have to do. You can light and stab. So it's got a double feature. I tried to line up these blades so they're all going in the same direction if you have to stab and core, like stab and rotate, take chunks out. But yeah, this is a great defensive tool. I am going to go over this with a little bit of electrical tape, even though I got them glued down pretty good. And we will do a water bottle test. So in the end, this is what you have. And like I said, anytime you're going to use electrical tape, always make sure you put a bead of hot glue down over the seam, and that's going to lock it on there for a permanent fixture. So now it is ready to go. You can use that defensively, like I said. It's a knife, and it's a flashlight. A pill bottle works perfect for a sheath. I don't know about red light, but in low visibility, you get this sort of yellow-orange light. So that's not all that bad if you wanted to keep like something low profile. But yeah, I think a pill bottle works pretty damn good for a sheath for that. So a little bit of cordage, and now we got a neck knife. Now I know it's kind of bulky, but hey, it's a defensive tool, it's a flashlight, and you don't have to worry about it cutting you when you need it. The friction fit is actually very, very good. So I'm happy with that. I almost like how these indents are here, and you got the indents in the bottle. I wish I could have made something where those two would like lock together, but this works too. So I'm happy with that. And you can still use it as a light in low light conditions. Took our file, drove those holes in, and then very carefully lined one up with the other. So that was about the most impatient part of the whole process, was getting that lined up. You can use a sewing needle if you want, or a awl or something. That worked for me though, just lining it up and twisting the cordage as I pushed it forward. And our little Mad Max get up here, a little tactical flashlight, goes well with our ℜ𝔬𝔪𝔞. So just, you know, goes together. Kind of a vibrant orange deal. So that's cool too. Here we are with Jimmy the bad guy again. He's armed with 2 paring knives. So first we're gonna blind him. Obviously, gotta blind his eyes. He can't see. Usually you can set these to strobe depending on your flashlight, but all I'm gonna do is stab and core. So here we go. And then just kind of core it. Hopefully we can drill a hole right through it. Alright. Yeah, it did. It cored a hole right through it. You can see that. So that would be your perpetrator. You'd have this big, giant hole right in there. You can see we took a chunk right out of him. So that was the goal there, you guys. That's what I wanted to do. That's the point of this tool. It's supposed to be a defensive and offensive tool, because you can blind him to defend, and then if he gets close, you can core a chunk right out of him. So that's the end of Jimmy the Bad Guy. Then you can take his paring knives and use those too. Hey guys, wanted to show you something real quick. So on these bikes here, all these spokes, you can do them candy cane daggers I was showing you guys. Right here, where the bike seat latch is on, this bike seat clamp, they usually don't look like that. Usually they got a handle that you, yeah, right there. See this guy? Now I don't know if this one will come right off, but this makes proper alignment if you're going to do an improvised suppressor attachment. So you have that option there. And then obviously the brake line, you can do the garrowettes. But over here, this guy is an improvised knuckle duster. I'll zoom in a little bit. There's about 1,000 different YouTube videos right here and right here. Cut off. This little belly shape down here under the pedal. So that's something to think about too. I just wanted to show you guys that while I was out here. So I hope you guys enjoyed my video. Came outside just because I was checking on my neighbor. He was working in a garage. So that was a great project, and I'm thankful you guys stuck around to see it. And try to zoom out. There you go. Thanks for stopping by and checking this out. And remember, dude, you guys are the last resistance to the captive state, and anything around you is a weapon. But especially these bikes. Not only are they a great vehicle, but when they break down, everything's usable.